a sweeper which is roughly heading south. It's single lane on the south side, and on the oncoming northbound lane, it's double lane, overtaking lane. This beast had crossed both northbound lanes and was frozen looking at us as our headlights approached it. It was moving from the right hand side to the left. As we come around the bend, our lights picked out a silhouette of a very large beast, something that we've never seen or didn't even know existed, and it towered over the HR Holden by at least a metre or a metre and a half. Straight away there's nothing alive that we knew that would tower over the car by that margin. Now it was brown, furry or hairy, very hairy, very furry. It was wide across the shoulders. It had a very large head, like a Neanderthal gorilla type head. Now the features, we couldn't really see its eyes, just its brownish dark silhouette, and that. The road was clear. The sighting area is at least 250 feet above the low-lying fog-bound areas. Crystal clear summer night, and as we went past it, almost at the same time, the three of us exclaimed, "Did you?" And we said, "Did you see that?" And we compared what the three of us had seen, and we knew straight away that no single person had seen an apparition or something, and we just talked it over together and we came up with the same thing. We turned around, myself and the brother. All we've got is just the lousy tail lights, which doesn't show up much at all. We got a hell of a fright because if we had hit it, then the chances are that we would not have been around to say anything about it.
The animal was that big?
It was that big and that pronounced.
You mentioned it was moving from your right to your left.
Moving from the west to the east, yes.
When you came around the bend, was it moving at all, or was it completely stationary in the road and remained stationary for the time?
Stationary, right on between the two northbound and the single southbound. So it was just about to cross directly into our path when it froze.
You did see some movement, or you saw no movement at all?
I saw no movement, no.
You basically came fairly close to it as you passed by, I would imagine.
Yes, within about probably 6 to 8 inches of colliding with it, yes. We saw the full side-on frontal sort of view, and we saw the general height, the general shoulder width, the head shape, and the bulky lower torso area.
Did you see anything like the creature's hands at all, or was...
They seemed to be down by its side. Why the chest was so enormous. The arms were down by its side.
Would you say it was a slim build or a heavily built animal?
It was a heavily built animal.
Were the arms long arms or short arms?
They were fairly long arms, yes. I'd say it would have been around about, at least 8 feet tall. We had the headlights on, high beam. We had driving lights, and I just cannot remember whether we had the green tinged fog lights on. I think the brother had turned them off because we were in the clear.
But you were pushing out a fair bit of light on the road ahead?
We were pushing a lot of light on the road, yes.
You mentioned that it was like quite wide across the shoulders. Would you say a lot wider than a human being?
A lot wider than a human being, yes.
Just the general impression that it gave you was, we could have said a Neanderthal or an ape. Did you get the feeling that it was more animal-like or more like a human, a wild, or you couldn't make a call on that?
Actually, thinking about it now, there was an American serial show put out. It was called The Incredible Hulk. The features of the head would be very close to that, and and probably shoulder width and everything.
Basically appeared to be covered in hair to you. I mean, there weren't any bits that you saw that looked as if there was no hair.
Seemed to be entirely covered with hair or fur, a darkish brown hair.